Hi, Andy here, taking a look at the astrology today, Friday the 29th of June 2018. So we're just past the full moon, really. That happened in the wee small hours of yesterday here in UK. It was the strawberry moon. The next one's the blood moon, the full moon in July. And going along with that is also going to be the biggest eclipse of the whole century. So that's really something to watch out for. And I believe that now we are past the last full moon, the strawberry moon, that happened on the 28th. We are actually now into the cycle that's going to lead us to that. Strictly speaking, it doesn't happen until the new moon, and then it's the kind of build-up. But there we go, the full moon is an incredible thing. It's basically, whether it's a full moon or whether it's an eclipse, it's always the way that the sun is actually travelling through space past the Earth and lighting the moon. And as it passes the Earth, of course, it's projecting our own light onto the moon. And in terms of personal astrology and what it all means, that is really where it's at. It has much to do with us, it really has. It may not seem like it when it's out there, and I can't explain why. It's one of those inexplicable things. But I do know that as long as people have looked at the sky and wondered, people have kept records one way or another. And then we got into the time of writing, so it wasn't just word of mouth. And dear me, for thousands of years, I've no idea for how long, but for thousands of years people have been observing astrology, and what the moon does on the full moon is such an intense time. Anyway, today though, right, Friday the 29th, the moon is actually 99% full and on her way down now, waning gibbous. Gibbous, of course, opposite to a crescent, which just means it's a round shape and not a crescent shape. Strictly speaking, we're into third quarter. It feels like it's all over and it's happened, but it's not, because there's still the waning cycle, most of the waning cycle still to come. So we actually reached third quarter on the 6th of July. We're sort of in third quarter now, though. You know, I've explained that before. We just haven't done third quarter. When it actually says third quarter, we've been through third quarter, and that's how it works there. Gosh, that is precise, isn't it? But sometimes you need to be as precise as you can. The alignment today, the sun is trine Jupiter. Good time for being generous and out there and really pushing forward. Now, this is pretty much the same as the sun alignment yesterday. You get out what you put in, be generous, people will be generous to you. You never know. Hopefully people who don't have it in them to be generous are going to meet someone who's going to be generous to them anyway and set it off. Pay it forward, really. That's what that's all about. But, you know, put in what you can, get out what you can. It'll be more. I'm really sure of that. Okay. Good time for travelling around, asking for help, looking into legalities, that kind of thing. But really, you know, it's slightly different because this moon is actually conjunct Pluto at the moment. So certain things are trumped by biological urges, things in the body come to the fore. The emotions and the instincts are quite basic, and people get quite passionate as well. So it's kind of primeval instincts there. That might get in the way of anything else. Also, Mercury is square Uranus. Now, at least Mercury isn't void in anything like it has been recently. But communications are likely to get kind of interrupted and to break down. Uranus is, of course, the ruling planet of Aquarius, and we are headed towards the moon in Aquarius coming up tomorrow. So let's actually take a look at that, because that is rather more crucial to what's going on at the moment. We are in a void of course period, just about. It hasn't started yet, but by the time anybody watches this video it will. That started at midnight 57 a.m. On the Pacific coast in the west side of the States and Canada. Excuse me. On the east side it was 3:57 a.m, so 3 minutes to 4. And here in UK 9:57 a.m, 3 minutes to 10 this morning. We go into that void, of course. Then there's not a great deal to be said, except it's Lunar Mansion 24, so it's a good time for anything to do with nutrition, nurturing things, making things grow, bringing your projects to fulfillment even. Not a bad time for starting a new project either. Love is supported, income going up is supported. Could be a good day in business as well. I don't like to promise that one because then we have money riding on it, and I'm not too comfortable with that because you just never know. You really just never know. Not such a good day for those in power. Well, I can deal with that. Not a great day for travelling by water either. It's also day 17 of the moon cycle, over halfway through there. Good day again. It says good day for marriage and children being born. So it seems a good day in relationships, generally speaking. But that void, of course, goes on until 5:36 a.m. tomorrow. And just before that, the moon hits her apogee. That's when she's as far away from the Earth as she can get in her egg-shaped kind of transit. We're here and she's around and then she goes away. And, you know, it moves like that all the time. So 5:36 a.m. tomorrow UK time, the moon enters Aquarius. So that's midnight 36 a.m. eastern side of the States and Canada. And on the west side of the States and Canada, 9:36 p.m. tonight. Gosh, you actually get that Aquarius moon. Then interest in knowledge goes up. People like to talk to people like-minded and kind of going forward together, you know, bringing the sum of two parts together and actually getting a lot more than just the two added together. You know what I mean? It's the sum of the parts or something. I don't know. It's very early, but you do know what I mean, I'm sure. Some people want to be free and independent, though. That kind of individual thing comes up, and it depends sort of where you are on that scale. But it's a really important time to look towards being yourself. This is all coming up tomorrow under the Aquarius moon. But today, as I say, it is void, of course. So there's not a great deal I can say. It's kind of difficult to call. That's just the way it goes, really. Anyway, Mimi, thank you very much for watching. Also, Eilena, I hope I pronounced your name right, Eilena Mendez. It's really good to know you guys are watching. My views aren't spiralling. I don't really care. This is what I do. You're all that matters. So thanks very much for watching. If you can share me around the internet a bit, it's no bad thing, to be honest. Help me get the word out a little bit. Because I do like to kind of put, you know, keep it real and put it in a real sort of way. There are so many people out there saying, oh, the astrology is going to kill you, so you've got to watch my channel all the time or you're going to die. Well, I don't play that game, quite honestly. There are people who know nothing about astrology and never look into it. They have happy, successful lives. This is simply the way we do it. Okay, I'm going on a bit now, so I'm going to knock it on the head there. Hopefully I'll be back tomorrow. You never know. I'm really trying to make these sort of every day. And I wouldn't mind having my little studioette thing back as well, so I might have a look into that too. Give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. Leave me a comment. We'll share the journey, and I'll see you again very soon. Thanks again for watching. Bye.